Today's video, I am doing something different today. Today, I am going to be reading to you peak literature. This is a story that I wrote called Batman and Spiderman, The Battle of the Shit. And it is based off a true story. So, yeah, let's start. Chapter 1. It was a late night, and I happened to be taking a shit in the bat toilet. And as a method of entertainment while releasing feces, I was scrolling on the popular media sharing platform known as TikTok. During my time on the platform, I came across a rather humorous parody of the song Changes by American rapper, singer-songwriter XXXTentacion called Grilled Cheese Obama Sandwich. I decided to open the comment section of this particular video. After some scrolling, I found a comment left by Jaden Delgado 170 that particularly grabbed my attention. This comment read, "Does anyone remember that this song is a parody of Changes?" I, of course, remembered, so I left the reply. My reply would read, X-rated. This is referring to the fact that the song Grilled Cheese Obama Sandwich was based upon Changes was created by popular American rapper and singer-songwriter XXXTentacion. His response was rather frightening. His response was, "Well, no shit." This was frightening on account that it was under my understanding that there was shit. I quickly refuted this revelation with a rather simple reply. This reply would read, "Yes it." Jaden Delgado 170 would then ask a question so terrifying it could make a grown man weep in pure fear. I, of course, however, did not weep since I am Batman. The question reads, "Where shit?" Out of pure desperation, I managed to utter the words, "That way." Unfortunately, it would not be that simple. At that moment, we realized that the shit was gone. We also knew it would be up to us to find it. We began to speculate who had stolen the shit. After spending some time investigation, we came across a potential suspect. The suspect was a man named John. I reached out to him for us to bring in and interrogate. He would contact his lawyer, bringing us to the next part of the story. Chapter 2. When John went to contact his lawyer, things got serious. John took advantage of our kindness of allowing him to contact his lawyer and disappeared. His lawyer disappeared with him. We decided to track him down and eventually found the house of his lawyer. It was a rather large dwelling, likely to his large salary with him being a lawyer. We broke into his house, and what we found was disturbing. His wife and kids were tied up with a C4 strapped to them. I quickly defused it. They told us that he was with John, and they had mentioned this shit. I came to a realization that this wasn't any shit. It was special shit. And if John and his lawyer manifest its powers, it could lead to some devastating consequences. We left the home of John's leader, decided to reveal to Gina DeGallo 170 that that I was Batman, and I told him about the special shit, but that's where the twist came in. Gina DeGallo 170 was Spiderman. So we would team up and take back the special shit. We found John's secret lair and quite literally beat the shit out of him. Spider and I agreed to lay low for a while, as I would do tests on the shit in the Batcave. But this would only be the beginning. Chapter 3. When I was doing tests on the shit, things would get complicated. I found the shit contained Joker juice. What complicated things even further is that somehow Robert contracted pneumono ultramicroscopic cercovolcanoconiosis, which is a lung disease caused by inhaling very fine ash, sand dust, and or silicone dust. I immediately contacted Spider-Man. Our first theory was that the Joker was working in a volcano. After doing more investigating, I found that the Joker was planning a, quote, grand diarrhea, and Spider-Man found he was experimenting with sand and fine ash to determine the best mixture for the grand diarrhea. More tests would confirm he was, in fact, testing with fine ash and sand, that there was fine ash and sand within the shit. The Joker is trying to intoxicate the air in order to turn everyone into Joker zombies. Shortly after the Joker zombies started appearing, we need to act fast. Unfortunately, there hasn't been no cure for the mono-ultramicroscopic cercovolcanoconiosis, let alone the mono-ultramicroscopic cercovolcanoconiosis zombies. We trapped the infected and put them in quarantine in order to prevent it from spreading. We also politely asked scientists to find a cure. But some will tell you that we kidnapped them and possibly put their lives in danger, but that isn't relevant. After countless hours of hard work, me and the scientist, who was 100% working with me voluntarily, were able to make an alternative to my anti-Joker juice lotion that would cure the Joker. The mono-ultramicroscopic cercovolcanoconiosis zombies. Once we cured everyone in quarantine, with the help of Robin, we spread the cure into affected areas. Once we finally cured everyone who was infected, Spider-Man and I beat the shit out of the Joker and destroyed his machine once and for all. Chapter 4. For a brief moment after we destroyed the Joker, things were tame in Gotham. Relatively pedestrian crimes. Until something big happened. Something that never happened before. The Batmobile was stolen, and it didn't take long to find out it was Catwoman. I was easily able to track down the Batmobile, beat up Catwoman, and take back the Batmobile. Once I did, this, I got back into contact with Spider-Man. At first, we were engaged in casual conversation, primarily discussing the discography of American rapper and singer Juice WRLD. But it was during this conversation where Spider-Man spoke the exact statement which caused this whole situation to happen. He would state, "No shit," after I said my favorite song by American rapper and singer Juice WRLD always changes. Things begin to go similar to the very beginning of the story. I respond with, "Yes shit." He would respond to my response with, "Where shit?" And I would tell him the shit went that way. It became clear to us that the Joker was just the beginning. I speculated that Catwoman stealing the Batmobile was connected. You see, the shit the Joker stole wasn't the only shit. There are others. We had a shit apocalypse on our hands. Once again, we investigated. Possibilities we looked into was the involvement of Bane, the Green Goblin, Riddler, Venom, and the Sinister Six. But our first real lead came to us when we were on the topic of how our universes collided. The reason for this was because the grilled cheese Obama sandwich has a portal which serves as a gateway into other universes. When I was explaining this to Spider-Man, it clicked. Grilled cheese Obama sandwich was the real mastermind behind all of this. It all makes perfect sense. For starters, cheese is a dairy product which causes people to fart and or take shits. But then it gets deeper. Further investigation revealed that Obama fell into a stack of cheese that XXXTentacion accidentally turned him into grilled cheese. Because of this, he held a grudge against him. He made a song, Grilled Cheese Obama Sandwich, as a way to make everyone forget about XXXTentacion. So, when Spider-Man reminded everyone that it was a parody of changes, it angered him. So much so that he hired the Joker, John, and those lawyers to steal the shit and cause chaos. It was clear he needed to be stopped. We came up with a genius plan. We came up with a genius plan. The lyrics of Obama of grilled cheese Obama sandwich state, "My arteries won't stand it. I feel like shit won't have it." Which meant by forcing Catwoman to eat the sandwich, we would be knocking two birds with one stone. And once again violently beat Catwoman, then tied her up. I tracked grilled cheese Obama sandwich to Russia and flew to Batjet where Spider-Man guarded Catwoman. Once I found him, I brought him to the Russian Batcave, and Spider-Man met up with me there with a tied-up Catwoman. Once he got there, I brought out grilled cheese Obama sandwich, and he brought out Catwoman, and the plan was in full effect. But then, an unexpected turn came in. Obama ate Catwoman. Our next plan was to get rats to eat him, then quarantine them. So I gathered a bunch of rats, and then they ate Obama. Once the rats ate Obama, Spider-Man gathered them into quarantine and put them into quarantine. While he did that, I cleaned the air, which was intoxicated from the last chapter. I cleaned most of the air, and Spider-Man killed the rats and dissolved them in hydrofluoric acid. We dissolved the rats, cleaned up most of the air, and ended Joker, John, the lawyer, Catwoman, etc. And that concludes the epic story of how a comet I stumbled upon while taking a shit led to my craziest adventure to date. The end. Like and subscribe, or else I will shit on your bed.